Good morning. Friday morning, February 3rd. It's set a record for a cold. It's 34 below zero, 43 below with the wind chill. This is the first time the furnace has been off all morning. I've been out here for about 4 hours. Yeah, you know, my neighbor's got like 150 grand worth of newer vehicles in the yard. Neither one of them will start. I jumped in the old square body this morning, warm it up for the wife, and yeah, fired right up. No worries. You know, it wasn't plugged in or anything, no block heater. So yeah, that's a good truck. Today I'm going to finish prepping the cab for epoxy. I won't be able to spray it until probably Sunday because it's too cold. There's the furnace. So yeah, I'll finish prepping that up, and then I'll start knocking some things off the list on the chassis. And yeah, plenty to do. So let's just get after it, man. Okay, how's it going? So while I'm waiting for things to warm up a little bit so I can spray, it's still way too cold. I started cutting and fitting pieces for my exhaust on the right side, the passenger side, and I've got a few pieces put together, sort of just fitted together, and yeah, I'll show you what it looks like and how I did it. So I'll grab the camera, show you real quick. So none of this is welded together yet, but nice, clean, simple, you know, just down and out to the back. So I'm going to take this apart and show you how I fitted these things together. Like I said, nothing's welded yet. But once I get this welded up, we're just pretty much straight back to the muffler. So yeah, not bad. Made pretty short work of it. So okay, so let's show you this real quick. Actually, I've spent probably almost 2 hours total chasing threads. So by chasing threads, I'm talking about, you know, getting it so that the nut will turn on there easily. So I take a little bit of the you know, loose juice and give it a shot, and then just, you know, work the nut on there back and forth until it goes on fairly effortlessly. So yeah, just keep working it as it stiffens up, back it off, back and forth, and do that all the way up. And I did that on all three studs. I discovered this stud is an oddball, it's different than the other two, and with the weld up here, yeah, I can see why. So I'll have to find the proper nut to fit this one, but the rest of them are good. The other side, all three are have been chased and they're cleaned up nicely. So yeah. Okay, so yeah, I showed you the chasing the studs or the threads. The reason we do that is because when you're tightening it up, you'd hate like hell to break a stud. Then you've got another problem. But anyway, here's the pipe on the passenger side, so you can see that, you know, the pipe is right inside the flange. So I'll be able to weld that inside and out. I did that with the other side as well. And this one is overlap, so this pipe here is actually down to about here. So we'll weld her up right here, and yeah, we should be good to go. So yeah, I'm going to go ahead, clean that up and weld it, and finish doing my threads and all that kind of stuff. And when I get this together and maybe get some straight pipe to go past the cross member to the muffler, I'll show you where I'm at. Okay, let's get this up in the air a little higher. There we go. So I've got my pipe connected on both sides, and this one is good. This is the one I just did. It's just tacked together. It's going to come straight back and just below this little cross member dip right here, straight back, or even right here maybe. And this one, well, this one is leaning down a little bit. So I'd like it to come, you know, up more level with the frame rail. So what I'm going to do is I'll put a pie cut in the top here. I'll take a sliver, maybe, you know, 1/2 inch or so, cut it all the way around down to nothing at the bottom, leaving it connected though at the bottom, and then just bend the pipe up and weld it together, and that'll straighten this out. So I'm going to go ahead and do that, and yeah, then it's just straight back to the mufflers. So I think we're in good shape. Okay, so here's the pie cut I was talking about. So you leave it attached here, and you just bend it up, and hopefully that'll be straightened out enough to fit the way I want it to. So I'll just bend it, and I'll test fit it first. Okay, we're going to have to cut a little bit more. Oh, that'll be okay. Okay, I'll test fit it, see what we got. Okay, we'll weld this sucker up. Maybe one of these days I'll put a little bit of grease on my welding helmet for you guys. Okay, I think that's pretty good. Okay, so I'll let that cool off a bit, then we'll clean up the welds and get her on the truck. Okay, so here's my piece. Came out pretty good. I'm pleased with it. Yeah, and you can see how nice and clean the threads are on the studs. So, you know, I got it so it bolts up really nicely. You rotten. See that? Look at that. Ever nice. Where the hell did that one go? Ah. There you go. Makes such a difference when you chase the threads. All right. So, like before, when I go to put the pipe in, it's hitting on the pad of the hoist. So I'm going to have to drop this thing down and grab that piece of pipe and try it out. So yeah, bear with me for a minute while I set that up. Okay, so actually managed to get the pipe kind of stuck in there without taking the frame off the hoist. So I'm going to crawl underneath here and sure don't whack my head. So this one on this side needs a bit of a downturn just to get past the cross member here. This one, I already put a downturn in it. And once we get, you know, just past the cross member here, the muffler is going to go in this area here somewhere. And yeah, so we pretty much got the all the tough stuff done. So you know, tomorrow when it's warms up a bit and I can go ahead and spray spray the cab with epoxy, I'm gonna have to let that sit for a day or so anyhow. So while that's setting up, I'm going to get the mufflers on this thing, and yeah, and then the exhaust will be done for now. I'm not going to bother with tailpipes yet until I get my box on. I said that before. I might get close to the diff or whatever, but mufflers for sure. And you know, it's not going to take that long to get the mufflers on, so I'll probably go ahead and get going on some engine parts, pulleys maybe, and maybe see if I can figure out that power steering pump. I got to make a bracket to mount that. And what else? I could put the plugs in, you know, alternator, whatever. I'll just plug away at it and see what I can get done. Yeah, plenty of things to do. I don't think there's a shortage of work or anything. So anyway, yeah, that's where I'm at, and that'll probably be it tomorrow. Okay, so there you have it. Slowly getting to where I need to be on the chassis, and that is finished. So yeah, all the bendy parts and difficult parts of the exhaust are done now. So just more welding and stuff, get those mufflers on, and then yeah, I'll call it done for now. At least I can fire it up with the mufflers on, and won't be too bad. Yeah, like I said, I got a bunch of engine bits I could put on, a few other things, you know, cross some stuff off my list. I've crossed a few things off already, and you know, I'm just gonna keep plugging away at it. Like I said, tomorrow when it warms up, I'll mix up some epoxy primer, and get this cab done. Then, like I said, I got to let it set up. I can block sand the fenders, so I'm going to do that. I've got to pick up some of that cheap primer Canadian Tire so that I can use it as my guide coat. So I'll grab some of that and get that done. What else? Yeah, that's a lot of stuff anyway. I got my cap and rotor and for the distributor as well, so I got to clean up the distributor I pulled out of this thing. Hopefully it's good. It should be. Those HEI distributors are pretty bulletproof, so I don't expect there to be any problems. I have 3 or 4 other ones as well, so I'm sure out of all that stuff I've got, I could get one that works fine. So we got that. I am gonna have to make up a bit of a list of things to order for this thing. I forgot to order my carb gasket, so I need that. I need one exhaust gasket or a set, whatever. So I got to get that. So I'm gonna spend a little bit of time making a list up tomorrow and get an order in. You know, can't finish the truck without the parts, so got to get the parts in. That's it. Period. Hopefully, I should be hearing from the upholstery girl early this week, midweek maybe. So yeah, I'm kind of pumped to see what she comes up with. Hopefully, it's not ridiculous price, but from what I've heard, talking to a few guys, and I know she's done some work for some of the guys I know, and they were happy. So, you know, let's wait and see what she says. And yeah, that's it. As far as cost of things, man, I tell you, I just went to war, declared war on a gas company. They sent me a bill for 1 month for $652. That's ridiculous. I mean, that's like 300% increase. You know, I've been sending emails off to my local and provincial politicians as well as federal, and I'm not going to stop making noise, man. I'm going to keep bitching about it because this isn't right. You know, gas companies recording record profits, and you know, they're just nailing us. So anyway, and you know, Canada is the number 4 largest gas producer in the world. So there's no reason for this. It's going straight to shareholders and executives, and that's it. So c'est la vie. It's been going on for a long time, but I'm getting tired of it, and I'm not going to stop bitching. So whatever. I'm going to keep it off this channel though. This is the one and only time I'm going to mention it. But and the only reason I did was because it's part of the overhead of the shop. So you know, if you're doing this stuff and you're doing the odd job for a chum or a buddy or someone you know or whatever, you know, you got to factor that in, man. It's a cost. It's out of your pocket, and it's not a small cost. So figure it out. Anyhow, new subscribers, good bunch. Thank you very much. If you haven't already, please do subscribe. And if you have subscribed, tell a buddy and help spread the word. Don't be afraid to leave comments down below. I really enjoy the comments, and I do try and answer every one of them. I don't think I've missed too many. And yeah, if you're not doing anything else, get on the garage and build something, man. Later, guys.